Alright everyone, welcome back to Stock Chats. I'm sorry for the delay for the latest episode. I have been really busy. I have been blessed in regards to having a lot of stuff to do at the time right now. Well, remember, this is not investment advice. If you need investment advice, speak to your reputable licensed financial advisor. Now, what we are speaking about is the big trend right now for the Caribbean to be moving to the Jamaica Stock Exchange, starting with Trinidad. So we see Guardian Holdings Limited, the insurance company that is domiciled in Trinidad, one of the largest companies in the Caribbean, and is a subsidiary of NCB Financial Group. They have 63% of that company. They are now cross-listed they have already cross-listed on the Jamaica Stock Exchange. And if you have been following the news regularly, today is the opening date for their NCB Financial Group's offering of 2 million shares in Guardian Holdings Limited. It is a very illiquid stock, and so NCB is now making a market. Cross-listing means that it is now both on the Trinidad Stock Exchange and the Jamaican Stock Exchange. So persons may open their brokerages in Trinidad and trade it on the Jamaican Stock Exchange and vice versa. Following Guardian, we are now hearing that Massy Limited, which is another big company from Trinidad, is also interested in cross-listing. And Massy, you would know Massy for their gas. Some of you use their gas for cooking, and they have a number of they're a huge conglomerate like Grace Kennedy, bigger than Grace Kennedy, and they have a number of areas, and they are planning to cross-list. We also heard this morning that a unit trust in Trinidad is interested in doing business in Jamaica, and they are using Grace Kennedy to be their partner to come into Jamaica. So you see that the Trinidadians are coming. The Jamaican market is very liquid. A lot of retail investors, unlike in the other Caribbean markets where there are a lot of institutional investors like pension funds and also key investors like investment companies. So what they do is that they'll buy the shares and keep the shares for the long term, relying mostly on dividends, not necessarily price appreciation. And yes, you know that it's busy. I told you in the last videos that anytime the trucks are passing, we know that business is going on in Jamaica. So yes, I was saying that the Trinidadian and the other stock exchange in the Caribbean, like the Barbados, most of them are institutional and key investors, so they just buy and hold. In Jamaica, we have a lot of retail investors that increase what we call volatility, meaning that if you buy at a price today, it's not necessarily going to be the same tomorrow. And so this is attracting a lot of the other Caribbean islands investors to bring in their companies into Jamaica so that their shareholders can have more access to a capital in regards to that they can sell. Also, the fact that it's being cross-listed allows persons in Trinidad, say for instance, Guardian used to trade at $500 per share Jamaican, and when it came to be cross-listed, what happened was that the price appreciated over to $1,000 and $1,500 and then went down to $700. NCB is currently setting their price for their offering at $795, and what we found is that some of the stock started to come up on the cross-listing. So we found over 400,000 shares or more coming onto the Jamaica Stock Exchange from Trinidad at around $745, $750. So you see that it has now showed that the shareholders in Trinidad now can make money from selling their shares, which it was not quite possible in the Trinidadian Stock Exchange. Other persons are like David Rose, Jamaica Observer, mentioned that Trinidadians may be interested in selling their shares on the Jamaica Stock Exchange in this cross-listing to access foreign exchange due to the fact for the limits that are being put on to companies and individuals in Trinidad in regards to how much foreign exchange they can spend per month. I believe he said it's about $300 US. So, thinking about businesses and big investors, $300 US per month is very small. So what they would do is that they'd cross-list and sell their shares. He said sometimes even for a loss, just to ensure that they can get access to foreign exchange. So Guardian is going for about $795, I believe, and Massy is going to be even more expensive at $1,500 or more. But these companies' PE ratios are pretty low, meaning that they're very undervalued even at this price. And so even if you can take up even 10 shares or so, you're still doing much better, because I don't think there are any companies in Jamaica that have PEs. Probably JMB alone right now have PEs that are below 10, 10 times per earnings. So tell me what you think about this new drive for the Caribbean. And it looks like maybe these two may be the first, or these three, if you can't count the unit trust, maybe the first other Caribbean companies may be coming in. So you could be looking for Agostina, National Flour Mills, Ansa Macal. These are some big companies in Trinidad. Sagicor Financial, which is the parent company of Sagicor Jamaica, maybe they would be interested in listing, cross-listing as well. So have a good day, and hopefully the next video won't take as long. Thank you for all your support. Remember, this is not investment advice. If you need investment advice, speak to your reputable licensed financial advisor.